Hello, Lifers! Welcome to Jason Loves Life. Wait, no. This is Jason Love with Jason Loves Life. And today we're going to answer some of your questions. Real quick, wanted to make, you guys probably seen the video already, but Frumpkin pooped.
No one's excited.
In the toilet! He pooped in the toilet! That's exciting. I haven't been that excited ever to see poop.
No comment.
Today we're going to talk about
the fact that you can hear Pumpkin crying.
Pumpkin's in the background crying. It's her nap time. So we'll let her cry away. We're going to talk about biomedical treatment, autism, and as it relates to a toddler understanding their name, and where on the spectrum of autism. We're going to start off. Actually, let's do a couple thank you. Big thank you for the congratulations from Drawing with Micah. I know you guys you commented last week, and we appreciate that. I know Micah, I don't think you've seen the videos yet, but Micah and his dad do videos together, and Micah's is autistic. And they do kind of fun. I think the last one I saw was something around, they were telling a story. So good channel to check out. Big thank you to Indira, Ashley, Libby, Adrian, the Sanchez family, who has a channel, Journey to Parenthood. First question, have we tried biomedical treatments?
I don't know what that is.
I didn't really understand it either. I kind of did a quick look. That's what I think mostly alternative medicine is kind of what the interpretation of that.
No.
So we haven't, and part of the reason why is, and I don't know if that's what biomedical is, please correct us if that's not the correct definition. But for me, one of the things is some of those things might be helpful from the list, sort of the research I was looking at, for specific behaviors or treatment or issues. Diet's one that we've been thinking about doing anyway, so that might be something we would do. I think that would fall in that category. We're not really assuming that's going to make a difference much in his behavior, but we're open to that. We'll keep an eye out because we'll be noticing. Mostly just because of medical related, I guess. We just want to make sure he's not gluten intolerant, and we were trying to see if he has dairy issues. So we're just trying to see because some medical reasons, not anything like huge, but just,
Everybody's got their foods. There we are.
That's crazy.
She's crying. She'll get over it.
Okay. Oh, and so melatonin's one. I saw that one where like some kids don't sleep, but then I've heard some people react other ways. I think just like anybody, different treatments are going to help different people, and some people you're actually going to get the opposite. Having worked with kids with a variety of social, psychological, I hate using the word disorder because I don't know, I just hate using that word. But anyways, that's the word that we use. So, who are not necessarily autistic, we would have it a lot where they would get certain medications and it would do like the opposite of what it was supposed to do. And so I think anytime you're trying something new, make sure you consult with your doctor. I know vitamin D is supposed to be a big thing right now, like increasing their vitamin D.
Why?
I don't know. They think autism could be caused by a vitamin D deficiency. That's what the theory is.
But he's getting as much as we are.
I know. I don't get it either. Yeah.
Or as much as his sister is.
And I'm not saying that can't be possible to me. Like I could see how maybe it's like a dual factor, and I think that's what people never really talk about is like, could be vitamin D, but then also related to like a gene. But
and in fact, taking him off of milk would be decreasing his vitamin D supply.
Yeah.
At the moment.
We do give him vitamins, just as like kids' vitamins. And I guess your mother gave us a bunch of stuff
that he won't eat.
Yeah, but those are not related to his autism. They're just for health, just to kind of,
alternative.
Trying health-related
treatment.
Stuff. Yeah. But not related to his behavior, though.
No.
Yeah, okay.
Just for his body.
Just for his body. Although I'd like to look more into because there's a connection obviously between what you eat and how you think, and so I am interested in that. We just haven't researched it, and I wouldn't put too much expectation on it, I guess. When he was diagnosed, did they tell where he is on the spectrum, and where do we think he is? So no, they didn't.
They didn't pinpoint him to any particular end of the spectrum.
And they still haven't, right?
No, but they said that there was a chance that when he grew up, we may or may not be able to tell, but they weren't very specific why.
Yeah, and I kind of got the impression we were supposed to hear like where he was on the spectrum at the last meeting, but I don't think I wasn't there, so I don't believe they mentioned it.
I don't remember anything.
I always put him at moderate. So I put him at moderate.
I'd say mild.
And the only reason why I put him at moderate is because I watch a lot of YouTube videos of other families who have autistic children, and there's somewhere like you literally cannot tell, and then they'll like once in a while be like, oh yeah, see, he's doing like tracks, like maybe they're playing with toys and they're kind of like organized. It's also confusing because like they've gotten rid of the term Asperger's, so it's like I think it used to be, and I don't know, so my assumption is that it used to be Asperger's, mild, moderate, and then whatever.
Asperger's would be part of the mild. Depending on who has it, it's completely like, yeah. Autism is just a huge umbrella term. That's why they got rid of that phrase. Asperger's is just so much can be encompassed by that. You might as well just say autism. Right,
and I think as far as my hope and where I'm expecting Frumpkin to end up is, I think he'll be able to live on his own and things like that.
I think he'll be able to once he catches up with his speech and. Once he gets a little older, I think, because he's already making such good progress.
Right. But, there's no real way to tell.
No way to tell.
Until we get to that point.
She is so angry.
Did Frumpkin have a hard time responding to his name? And what did we do to improve that?
He did.
Yeah, that was one of the early signs, too.
He wouldn't react to his name at all.
And the person asking it, I can't remember who it was. I just remember in the question it mentioned questioning hearing issues, and we had that question as well.
And I knew he didn't have a hearing issue because I would clap my hand and he would look around.
But I still remember you bringing up a few times.
Well, because people insisted that we check his hearing, and I'm like, his hearing is fine, and then people would say, but I thought my kid's hearing was fine, and it turned out blah, 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 blah. It just seemed, and I just knew his hearing was fine.
Right, because I know some were like, it could be that he's hearing the noise, but he's not hearing clearly was one of the things. I think, and this is a little bit of a...
I would also do this. Hey. Sometimes he'd just turn around and he was like, what?
I have a...
Hey, stink butt.
Did that work?
Yeah, it worked. But he would never react to his name like you would.
Yeah, this is a little bit of a hypothesis and theory, and there's no way to prove it, but I think that he had a hard time connecting himself with his name, and that's why he didn't turn. So it'd be kind of like saying fish, he'd be like
radish.
Yeah.
Radish.
Because he also had issues with mom and dad.
Never calling us that?
Yeah, he kind of interchangeable. I think he called you mom a lot.
He's still doing that. I don't know why. Do they call you mama? Because they call me Dada constantly.
No.
Okay,
really.
That's irritating. But he knows who I am. He knows I'm mama.
Yeah, but I think for the longest time he didn't know. I think he just... He knew it was one of us, or like parents. I don't know, I think he connected.
He just take a shot in the dark.
Yeah.
And he definitely knows who I am. He just likes to say your name first.
Right.
But for the longest time, he didn't know my name.
Right. Now it's a little confusing too because he does the Caillou imagination, and so there's mom and dad on that. So, and he has a good imagination. So Pumpkin he calls Pumpkin Rosie, which is the sister. He was calling me Grandpa the other day.
Yeah, he did the same thing for me.
And I think it was because he was imagining, or I assume
a scenario from Caillou, which he's doing a lot lately, which is fun because that's nice. He's got an imagination, which I love.
Yeah, and I like playing into that. I think that's fun. Is he a picky eater?
Yeah, a seriously picky eater. Although I've got an open can of corn in the refrigerator. We gotta make him eat.
So I would say he somewhere in the middle, just because I've known really picky eaters, because he has a pretty large range of food. It's just kind of a pain to get him to eat it.
I've never known a pickier eater.
Okay, so I knew kids who would only eat chicken nuggets. Like literally that was all they ate, chicken nuggets or hot dogs.
Oh, I know that kid.
And Frumpkin will eat, I could name at least a dozen things he'll eat. The other issue I have that I find with him eating is if he focuses on something that, like one food, and then even though it's something he likes, he won't eat it. So milk and cereal is his like go-to. And so he likes eggs if you offer him eggs, but he's stuck on milk and cereal, eggs isn't good enough, and he'll say he hates eggs. But then like other times you'll catch him and he'll be like, I like eggs. Like hot dogs was one too. He didn't like hot dogs, and now he's cool with hot dogs. I guess the only tips or trick I would have is keep trying.
Sometimes hunger is just the only motivator. I got really frustrated one night because I made something that I thought he'd eat, and he didn't. And I said, well, no, I'm not making you one more special meal. You're going to eat this when you get hungry. And he did.
Yeah.
Actually, it was the hot dog. He didn't want to eat the hot dog for some reason.
Okay.
And I said, just eat the hot dog, and then I'll get you what you want. And he did, and so I did.
And he has actually been better too at, well, I'll say, if you take one bite of this, you can have X, whatever the thing that he wants. The issue with that is he'll usually say he doesn't like it, even if it's something I know he likes, because you know he's going to get the thing he wants. So it's not super helpful, but I still like doing that just to, I don't know, just to get him to at least try something. The problem is he'll just spit it out usually, but I think I'm trying to push more where he has to actually eat it.
But if you're frustrated and want to go the hunger route, it's not mean.
Yeah, and I think it depends on the kid too, or the child or the person, because I know some do have, it's a texture, you know, there's so many variables. So
yeah, he doesn't like varying textures.
Well, I meant like it might be more severe in other kids.
Oh yeah.
Where we know Frumpkin will eat certain things, so it's one of those like, you know, the hunger route's okay. I think a little more when you're like, that's not the issue. Okay, next question is, does Frumpkin let us read books to him?
He wouldn't last time I asked him to. He was carrying around that critter book, and I said, should I read it to you? And he insisted no.
Yeah, and so he lets read to him when he was really little. It's on and off now, and the question also related to whether we're hoping that it was a phase for their child. And for Frumpkin, the people in ABA read to him a little bit.
Yes.
And
they can get away with so much stuff that we can't.
Because I think partially because of that consistency and sort of the process that they go through. Some tips, I guess, for that I think I've noticed with them is putting the child's name in the book. I noticed those like the potty books he likes, but it has his name in it, so I don't know if that's why.
All it is just a couple images on a stapled together packet of paper.
Yeah, I think interactive is good. So if you can somehow make it, you know, where they're saying something or responding. I've done books where I'm not necessarily reading them, but we're looking through the pictures and just trying to make it almost like a game, an interactive game.
Yeah, I try to talk to him about what's in the book anyway. But it doesn't bother me too much as long as he's looking at the book.
Yeah, and I know she was troubled with the fact that she wants to read, and we have that too. I have it not as much as I used to. I don't know why. Partially because I read to Pumpkin, so I guess that's a little bit why.
Well, he came in because I was reading her the same book as a good night, and he came in, but he wasn't. I don't know if he was interested.
I've had him be interested in that way. Yeah, he just isn't as interested in books anymore, but I would just say the only tip I could say is keep trying. I think Frumpkin, I assume it's kind of a phase that hopefully he'll come out of. We can't really say yet.
No, I think he'll find another book that he'll get interested in as he gets a little older. We love books. I'll just sit down and start reading something until I find something he likes. Yeah,
and I wouldn't mind looking, because he has obsession with like Castlevania, which is basically like bats and like vampires and stuff.
And ghosts.
Ghostbusters, he's really fascinated by. Mario, he's fascinated by. So I've contemplated looking for books that kind of connect with that. I don't know if that'll work, but we'll let you know. Partially those aren't like normal books. He likes Mickey Mouse, but I don't think the Mickey Mouse books are really that interesting because he only likes certain aspects. Like he likes the game versions of Mickey Mouse. So that's the other issue, is like he likes the game version of those things. So I'm not sure if that'll work, but it's something we're going to try to see whether that'll get him at least into those types of books. So that's the last of the questions. I do want to say thank you with the potty training. We got some great responses and stories and tips on our so look at last Sunday's video, because we've been doing these questions and answers on Sunday. So look at last week's video on this. We got Libby, Francisca, and Maria had some great stories, and then Priscilla from Fathering Autism gave a good idea where they take their daughter every 45 minutes to use the restroom. And I thought that was we kind of mentioned something like that and that we want to try. We have yet. Hold on, I gotta.
He's upstairs.
Let me take him. Leah has to go take care of some tears, and I just wanted to quick say thank you. Subscribe if you're new to the channel. Make sure you click the like button to help get the word out about the channel. Leave your questions in the comments below on this video, and then next week we'll answer your questions. Next time we'll record this at night so we have less crying. Thanks again for watching. See you tomorrow.